Ladies and gentlemen, it has officially happened. John Cena has retired. Ladies and gentlemen, it was last night was John Cena's final match, Saturday Night Main Event. And people are pretty upset with the result, so we're going to get into that. But basically, I just wanted to make this video to give a little quick recap and just to give my thank you to John Cena. Let's get straight into that. As we all know, the show started off with Cody Rhodes versus Obafemi, and for what little time that they had, they were cooking up. With how quick their match ended, I kind of figured that the show was gonna kind of just steamroll on, and not everybody's gonna get the amount of time that they'd probably usually get had it not been John Cena's last match. So yeah, they put on a show for what little time that they had. Eventually ruined by Drew McIntyre, who would enter the match and attack Cody Rhodes, and then get attacked by Cody Rhodes and Obafemi, and as those two would stand tall. So yeah, I would have really liked for Obafemi to win. Maybe you could do a situation where Cody would have got too distracted on Drew, and then Oba would have snuck away with the victory there. But they're gonna play it safe in that when it comes to Cody. So not too entirely upset with the result, but just because Oba didn't get pinned. But really would have loved Obafemi to get the victory there. But anyways, moving on. Then we have Bayley versus Sol Ruka, and I was having technical difficulties right after Cody and Oba, and I was very upset because it's like, bro, Sol Ruka and Bayley put on a show, and I missed majority of it. No, I know I watched it. No, I got to see the whole thing. I missed majority of Javon and Leon versus AJ and Dragon. I got to see the whole thing. I just didn't get to stream it because I was having technical difficulties, and now it was just so annoying. Because I'm like, on all the days I could have technical difficulties, it just has to happen on the day that John Cena retires. Now, luckily, I was able to go live for Cena's retirement match. But yeah, Bayley and Sol Ruka, they had a fantastic match. Bayley really made that Soul Snatcher look, what's the word? Natural. Like some people, they'll kind of just run towards the corner or whatever. They just had got out of a sequence, and Bayley kind of was like heading towards that way, and then boom, ran to a Soul Snatcher. She made it look good. So shouts out to Bayley for that, and shouts out to Sol Ruka. Sol Ruka would end up taking the victory there. Fantastic match, and I agree with the result. You know what I mean? Sol Ruka has big things planned for herself. Now moving on, we had Javon, Leon versus AJ Styles, Dragon Lee. Fantastic match again. There was a spot where AJ Styles had slipped on the ropes, and people were kind of like poking fun at it because they're like, "Oh yeah, so he's definitely retiring next year or whatever." But hey, shout out to Leon for for whenever he did slip, he immediately went into the cover. Like, that's a true professional right there. So shout out to Leon for that. He made it look like it was on purpose. And shit, I'm even still questioning if it was on purpose. But nonetheless, Javon Leon showed out. They balled out. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. Everybody kind of knows what they have to offer. So you expect them to ball out. Now, so for the people that don't watch NXT or TNA and don't know who Javon and Leon are, you know who they are now. So I think that was a great match. Yeah. Fire match. And I like how everybody, like after the matches, would pay tribute to John and do his little salute. So that was fire. Then moving on to the big one. We had John Cena versus Gunther for the very first time and the very last time. Now, I did get emotional. I did. There was a tear that dropped down whenever the match had ended and they did that little video package. But fantastic match. People were very upset with the result. But here's the thing. With stuff like that, I mean, there's literally people who were tweeting at Triple H, wanting him fired and all this stuff, and they never tweet about wrestling. Like, never tweet about wrestling. Like, there was basketball accounts. There was there was like super popular accounts that like be posting about celebrity drama and stuff. And so for everybody to just round up, and everybody to be like locked in and tuned in on the John Cena's last match, that just shows you the global icon that he is. So, yeah, that was fire to see everybody tweeting. But here's the thing: people are gonna be upset with this, and here's the thing: I think that the ending was perfect. You could debate me in the comments about it, all you want to, but I think that the ending was perfect. I mean, John Cena's a guy who's his moniker. Once they reached that PG era, his moniker became "Never Give Up," right? And so, John Cena said that whenever he feels like he has lost a step, which John Cena, I don't know how you feel like you've lost a step, because I mean we've seen those matches. I feel like you got another year or two in the tank, but you know your body more than us. But he said when he felt like he lost a step, he was going to call it quits. He wasn't going to continue going, potentially ruin his legacy. He was going to retire on his own terms, and it's cool to see a wrestler, being able to do that on their own terms without, their body just completely breaking down. So the fact that he was able to give us this one last match, it was fire. So now the match, we had John Cena hitting all type of attitude adjustments. He hit avalanche attitude adjustment. He hit one off the steps and onto the announce table. Gunther kept kicking out and kicking out and kicking out, and Gunther kept putting Cena in the sleeper hold, just over and over. Sleeper. Cena would get out of it, Gunther would lock it in again. Cena would get out of it, Gunther would lock it in again. And then there was that one moment where the ref is doing the thing with his arms to see if he's gonna if the arm drops 3 times and they call the match. Well, they got to the third one. Ref dropped him. Cena did this. Cena hit us with his trademark, and that was fire. And he just kept fighting and fighting and fighting. Hit him with one last attitude adjustment. Went for the cover. Gunther kicks out, and John Cena tried to catch that little breather. He tried to catch that little breath of time. Gunther locked it in again. And in one last swan song, John Cena would continue to keep fighting, and then he'd give us one last smile. He gave us that everything's gonna be okay smile, and then would tap out. And I had commented on somebody's post that were talking about the thoughts on the video, and I said that it was perfect, in that he tapped out of wrestling. He didn't tap out of the match. He tapped out of wrestling. That was the story. The man who never gives up, I wouldn't even say he really gave up. He just realized that he's no longer Superman. That his body would not allow him to no longer be Superman. And that it was okay to be Clark Kent. And it was okay to let go of wrestling. And that he was letting us know by the smile that it was going to be okay for him to let go of wrestling. And I'm not the most, just recapping it, bro. And then, he would finally tap out. It's something that John Cena rarely ever does. And it's not because he was giving up. It's because his body would not allow him to be Super Cena anymore. He had to be John Cena. He could not be Super Cena anymore. His body would not allow him to keep continuing. Basically, it was a story that he told us in the beginning. His body can't keep up. And so he gave us that smile. He said, "That's all I got, guys. It's going to be okay." And submitted. And realized he's no longer Super Cena. And it's very funny. It's very ironic because people were chanting Super Cena, don't give up. Like, the whole thing was Super Cena. Everybody hated how much he would win. Every time there was a big match, Cena's winning. And that's how Super Cena moniker even started. People started calling him Super Cena. It's very funny that the very thing that people hated the most about him during his run was the thing that they were chanting in his final match for him to tap back into. And that is just pro wrestling at its finest. That's sports entertainment at its finest, whatever you want to call it. That is just cinema. It's just purely cinema. And I know everybody's upset because it's like he's one of the GOATs. He's a big part of a lot of people's childhood. He's a big part of my childhood. Cause growing up, bro, I didn't have a lot of heroes to look up to. I didn't have a lot of male figures in my life to look up to. See, like I'm getting teary eyed, bro. I didn't have a lot of male figures to look up to, but one day I just turned on wrestling. Well, I didn't turn it on. See, this is how I would watch wrestling back in the day. See, at my grandmother's house, she didn't have like actual cable. Like she had like this little antenna that had about 12 channels. So we had a neighbor down the road my mom was friends with, and she'd go over there, I'd go with her, and one day they had on wrestling. They had on the Monday Night Raw, and I just was locked in on it. And literally every Monday, with or without my mom, I would literally go down to their house and watch Raw, because she said it was okay for me to do so. So I literally go down there and watch that shit every single Monday. And that's how I fell in love with it. And then, they were showcasing, obviously John Cena was a big guy. He was a top guy at the time. And so quickly got attached to him. If you were a kid, then John Cena was probably the guy that you want to get attached to the most, because it's like he's like the main man of the PG era. So, like I said, didn't have a lot of male figures in my life to really look up to. I had uncles and stuff like that, but it's like I didn't really see them 24/7. You know what I mean? But so as far as like somebody on TV, here's this dude preaching hustle, loyalty, respect, telling us to never give up, and I just quickly got attached. And so he was a mainstay of my childhood. He is the reason why I still even watch this stuff. Because of him, because I got attached to him, and I got attached to wrestling in general. It all started with John Cena. Like, this channel wouldn't exist if it wasn't for John Cena. I wouldn't continuously be tapped into this shit every week if it wasn't for John Cena. So yeah, they basically just wanted to get on here and say, appreciate you, man. Thank you for giving me somebody to look up to idolize, good role model. I think I have something saved on my phone. Something to say to my phone of the things that you accomplished in your wrestling career. So let me go find that. And here it is. Oh, y'all can't really see, but here it is. It's hard to see because it's like reverse, but it says 17-time WWE champion, 1-time Intercontinental champion, 5-time U.S. champion, 4-time tag team champion, Grand Slam champion, 2-time Rumble winner, Money in the Bank winner, 6-time WrestleMania main eventer, and the most important one in my opinion, the record for the most wishes granted through Make-A-Wish. Now I always say, if a wrestler is a dickhead, it takes away everything that they've done in the ring, and you just remember them for being a dickhead. But if a wrestler is a good person outside of the ring, then we're not gonna only just remember everything that they did outside of the ring, but we're gonna remember everything that they did inside the ring. So John Cena, the fact that you have the record for the most wishes granted, that's probably your biggest milestone, if we're being honest. Because that just shows the type of person you are, not the type of character that you display on TV. Because I think that the character that you display on TV is the real you anyways. So, yeah, I think that that's your most important stat, I guess, in your career. Yeah, you've had all the championships in WWE. You've been 17-time world champion. That's the record. But I think that the record that means the most is those Make-A-Wish wishes granted. Because these kids, all these kids, young kids, who they're not gonna have a very long life, and they know that they're not gonna have a very long life, and the last person that they want to talk to, as far as celebrity goes, they choose you, and you show up, and that's the most important thing, is that you actually show up. There are celebrities out there that have probably never done a Make-A-Wish. There are kids out there that probably wanted to meet them and they've never done it. So for you to have the record when there are actual celebrities, people of high statuses that have never granted nobody's wish, that just speaks volumes to the person that John Cena is. That speaks volumes to why it's easy to get attached. It was easy to get attached to him at such a young age. And so yeah, bro, that's basically what I wanted to say. Was I can't go into too much detail. I'm just gonna get emotional, but just want to say thank you, man, for everything that you done inside the ring, outside the ring, the Total Divas stuff. I mean, everybody wanted to talk about it. That was your first heel turn. So that was fun. That's pretty funny. But yeah, just want to say thank you, man. And happy retirement. Enjoy it. And I know that there's a stigma with wrestlers saying that they're going to retire and then they always come back. But with you, I think it's very believable. So just wanted to get on here and really just say thank you. We appreciate you. And stop saying that we're going to forget you. You are a core part of a lot of people's childhoods. Core part of a lot of people's teenage years. Core part of people's even adult years. I mean, you literally, I'm a grown-ass man. And your retirement literally brought tears to my eyes. And there's a lot of people, your retirement brought a lot of tears to a lot of grown-ass men's eyes. And so you literally made, back in the day, it used to be kids and women that loved you, and the men would hate you. Now it's your retirement match. You got women, kids, and men all crying in tears. So stop saying that we're going to forget you. We're never going to forget you. How could we? Nobody's going to be able to carry that torch. And we have great people. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of great, talented wrestlers in the business right now, but they're not John Cena. And they could come out with jorts and change colors of shirts every season, and they still wouldn't be John Cena. And of course, the camera decides to turn heel. And yeah, and you literally had people chanting all type of chants. Like Triple H has had some bad booking decisions, but the one time that I feel like he kind of gets it right, you got people chanting "you up" at him, and they chanting AEW at him, like just crazy stuff, booing him, trying to boo him out the building, like. So only you could have that type of emotion. Only you could have that type of emotion to get people to boo the guy who actually got it right this time. Only you, John Cena. So yeah, basically just want to get on there, say that we appreciate you for everything that you've done in the ring, outside the ring, for charities, make a wish, whatever the case may be. We thank you and love you, man. Real talk. Got to actually see you for the first time ever. Been a John Cena fan for as long as I can remember. Never got to see you in person. Got to actually see you this year in Lexington, Kentucky. You know what I mean? We got to see you in Lexington, Kentucky. Everybody you were a heel at the time, but man, I was just starstruck. I wasn't booing everybody else. People, you got mixed reactions because like people booing you because it's like you're the heel. At the same time, we know it's your last year and we don't want to go out. We don't want you going out with boos. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I wasn't booing. Everybody chanting John Cena, yeah, not me, man. Not me. So yeah, appreciate you, John. Thank you for everything that you've done for us, for being core parts of childhood, for being a role model, icon, whatever the case may be. And happy retirement. Enjoy it, man. And we better see you again. I know we ain't gonna see you with the jorts on, wrestling in the ring, but we better see you real soon, man. So happy retirement. Enjoy it. We love you. I'm out of this thing. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and see you guys next time.